Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we are here to see the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And with the rest I'm talking about no Star-Lord, because for the part 1 of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 I was only giving attention to Star-Lord, but there is also Rocket Raccoon and Mantis, and I haven't said anything about these two characters. They are the side characters of the update in our game, but in the same time Rocket Raccoon and Mantis was really important in the movie, so I wanted them to be more, more important. But at the moment I haven't I wasn't playing at all with them. I saw their value through the passive ability Rocket Raccoon took, to support the Guardians of the Galaxy type of characters, but in the same time it's just a flat 40% energy attack, and for Mantis it's pretty much another something similar but for PvP. So yes, I wasn't that impressed, and the only good reason to build the characters at the moment, in my opinion, was that it's only, for supporting on Alien Day, because if you go here and you choose aliens, there are not a lot of characters that can do support, others. And it's like, of course there is like Valkyr and Sith, but in the same time, from the male perspective, there's no one to support your characters. So as a male support for, let's say, Star-Lord, it's something that you could say he got value. Mantis, from the other, it's only a support for PvP, but now we're going to see and unlock their secret potentials. I'm going to test them for World Boss Legend now in the start and after, because I feel like must be a master plan on this update. We're waiting for Groot, we're waiting for Gamora. We know Gamora is physical DPS, and they release only a support for energy attack, so we're waiting for another support. I'm not sure, but the point here is perhaps they're super good for GBR. I never saw someone test them for GBR, so we're gonna go through the rotation first and after Knull and GBR. But before we do that, I want you to make sure that you have smashed the like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you hit the notification bell to get all the awesome short community posts, votes we're doing, and what I'm talking about. Okay. Let me, like this community post I did the other day when we took that we're going to get part 2 of Guardians. Yeah, I was asking you to tell me what you're looking for from the part 3, because I believe Guardians of the Galaxy gonna have part 3. Now they got part 2. Why they stopped part 2 with only 6 of them, where there's out there 10 characters that we could get? I feel like there is a part 3 also, and I'll let you vote what's from the, this 4 you want. Good Dog Cosmo, of course, Baby Adam Warlock, if you know, you know, and Terminator Nebula with her, okay, I'm not gonna spoil it, and Best Father Award for Drax. If you know, you know. So there are more, funny things that I'm dropping. Down below in the description there is Discord also, where in the Discord you can participate weekly for Crystal Coupon. I'm advertising this on every single video, so yes, I'm not gonna keep doing that. And also there is a video for giveaway. Go down below in my description to see the Crystal giveaway coupon. And let's go into the gameplay. So Rocket, what about Rocket? They don't even drop a practice combo here, but in the same time it's easy to figure out his rotation. The only weird thing is his first skill. His first skill says that you can use it up to 3 times, and each time you're using it, increasing your next attack for 80%. So potentially that you want to do is yeah, I know it's a joke in my mind, but because the developers want us to do 1 cancel 5 delay cancel 1 3 delay cancel 1 4. Yes, that's their master plan. You're supposed to drop your first skill in between of all of the other skills to add additional hits. So it's something like this you should do every single time, which is insane, and there's no reason for you to do it, in my opinion. The addition of the damage you're doing pressing the first skill or not, it's not a big deal, in my opinion. I did test it, but yes, it's kind of weird to test Rocket Raccoon. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil for you the results, but yes, the point is 5, delay cancel 3, cancel 4, and proc on the 4th skill. And if you have your tier 3, 5 delay cancel 3, 4 cancel 6, and you're letting your 6th skill. That's all about Rocket Raccoon. Of course, you could use a CTP of raids, but who wants to give CTP of raids or anything else from this dude? I'm just testing him for, I don't want to skip a character like Rocket. I really loved him into the movie, even if most of the movie he wasn't there, and he was kind of, he was storytelling something. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. And yes, pretty much, yeah, I'm gonna show you the build here to see what I'm going through. I have all of these stats, of course. I'm not capped on critical rate. And my Mantis, I'm gonna compare him basically with Mantis against Knull and GBR. And my Mantis got pretty much similar build. She is not capped on anything, actually. And she got a stage 6 power of Hungry Hulk as Rocket has, and she got a pretty better, it's actually better obelisk. There's no critical damage like Rockets, but she's doing all over her kit mind damage, so a City of Judgment could be perfect for her. But the fact that she's also proccing really easy gives me the vibes that you don't want to use her with a Judgment, but a proc would be way better. So her rotation pretty much is, there is a practice combo on her, and it's pretty much the same as Rocket. You need to do 5, cancel 3, cancel 4 with a bit of a delay on the normal rotation, and when you want to do the awaken rotation, you're doing exactly the same, but with your tier 3, with your awaken skill also. As you can see here, that's it. And yeah, all the damage is on your 4th skill, so you want to ball up all the skills inside the proc and inside the 4th skill. That's why you're using your 6th, your 5th, and your 3rd before and after you're doing your 4th skill to go through. Your 5th skill gives you the buff. For Rocket Raccoon, 5th skill gives him damage accumulation. So yeah, let's go into that to check out what we're going to do against Knull. And basically for Knull, the first stage, which is not stage 9, it's stage 29, I think. No, 34. Yes, I test both of the characters at stage 34. So let's start with Rocket. And his damage is, at least on Wolbo's Legend, you can see here 5 cancel 3 cancel 4, 1 proc, and the proc did like 3 bars worth of damage. Yeah, the second rotation 2 to 3 bars worth of damage. I'm skipping totally the first skill because it's really annoying doing that with proc. You're either gonna lose the proc or either you're gonna lose the rotation. So yeah, I don't know their master plan behind this thing, but you can see the damage with the tier 3 at least seems better. It's 5 to 6 bars, but still, I mean, cheers also. Do we want that? Oh, this is Patrick from Bob SquarePants, by the way. And yes, back to this showcase, it's disgusting, guys. I don't know why they did that bad to Rocket. I mean, there are other characters like Miles Morales, like I can't really think right now, but they should give him something more valuable than a 40% energy attack, so he could be 100%, support for the Guardians of the Galaxy. But when in the same time we have supports like you know, all the other supports, basically Valkyr, Sif, and all these dudes. You don't want to go and invest on a tier 3 that is not going to provide you damage or a pretty solid support. I mean, you can see here, I'm struggling stage 34 with double support. I have support of Ironheart, lead of Ironheart. I have support of Cyclops. I mean, it's really a lot. And Cyclops got also a City of Insight. So this is really low, being here with 3 minutes left. And of course, I don't have invested a lot on the character. I have a 140 proccing obelisk with critical damage, but in the same time, give me a break, bro. It's a character 2023. Why they did that to him? I hope they have a master plan for the part 3, and the part 2 they're going to release, or a fix on the character, because yeah, I mean, it's really important character in this movie, and I don't feel like he is, at least in the game. And here is the moment I'm dying. I pause it to be more dramatic, but yes, I start the rotation there, and I was like, you know what, let's see if I can tank a spike from Knull. No, you can't tank a spike from Knull, and I died, and I had to try that multiple times to show you. But yes, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not gonna play it again. I just lost there. Rocket sucks, at least for Knull. Let's check out MANTIS. So you already know, you know, when a character is awakened and the other is tier 3 and you compare them, you know from the start that the awakened character gonna have way more burst damage. But this burst damage is the burst damage you're looking for from a character level 70 at least, you know. I mean, if you have level 80, you're waiting more damage. But here you clearly saw that MANTIS did delete like 10 bars of Knull there. And I do use the rotation I was telling you. You can see there, C is really easy to go through the 6, cancel 5, cancel 3, cancel 4, and in the same time avoid the damage you're going to get from the boss. Okay, let's show the skills a bit more, and you can see there 52 seconds for the first phase as a level 70, and with not being capped on critical damage, not being capped on critical rate, hero, I mean rare on the uniform. It's not like I did invest a lot on it, but yes, you can see here she's running around really easy. The proc is waiting for you every single time. It's kind of hard to proc with her. I'm not sure why. There's not a lot of hits on her skills, but as soon as you do your awaken and you do your 5th cancel 3, you should wait for like a couple of seconds before you cast your 4th skill, or else perhaps the proc is going to delay, like here. You see, I missed the proc totally, but I couldn't do something else. I just didn't wait for him to progress through the skills, and you can see MANTIS damage is way better. I have done already 10 bars less in the same time, basically in 20 seconds less. I have done 10 bars also less. So I mean 10 bars more. Here I almost skipped the dragon phase, but as it seems her skills, it's not iframe ignore, so I didn't cancel this phase. I had to wait, but the point is that she can actually clear stage 34 with a proc and no build at all. Is this impressive for 2023? Not at all. But you know, that keeps in my mind and say, why developers? You made the Cersei, basically her damage feels like Cersei's, you know. The fact that you can cast really fast your skills and do huge amount of damage is like Moonstone, like Cersei, but there is no extra use on here. There is no Cersei's reviving. There is no, you know, there is a generic buff for damage reduction, but is that you're looking for? And yes, now let's go to GBR and the secret identity of these characters. Is GBR what they really need to sign? And let's go through Rocket first. I'm using Ironheart leadership and support and Valkyr's leadership. Valkyr don't have a CTP of Insight, either Ironheart, but in the same time they both support Rocket and Valkyr also. I got here artifact, so he's getting an extra buff there. And yes, the damage he's doing, it's not like I'm into the second phase, this is the first phase. So yes, you're not seeing the bars moving really fast. It's not like you're lagging, it's not like the game is getting slower and slower. It's like, no, Rocket sucks here too. And the only use for this character, I could say, 100%, it's like if you wanna build your Star-Lord into tier 4, and basically if you didn't already, I bet you are not going to do that right now, because in the same time we took Gamora, which is alien. So yes, it's kind of weird, the fact that they release one alien, Thanos, Star-Lord, Star-Lord with Rocket Raccoon being alien also, and after that Gamora. And Gamora can't really use the support buff of Rocket Raccoon, so yeah, only if you wanna build Star-Lord and go crazy on ABL, you're gonna have an extra support, because the only positive thing, Thor, Thor feels to be better than Star-Lord for ABL. That's a fact that people with high accounts have tested and they have seen, I have learned through my alliance and stuff like that. But after this fact, if you're a fan of Star-Lord and you want to use him for ABL, you're gonna have an advantage against Thor's, because Thor is not getting the buff of Guardians of the Galaxy and the buff of Rocket Raccoon. So your Star-Lord is going to have an extra 40% energy attack buff if you use him instead of Thor. But as you can see here, Rocket's damage, it's so disgusting. And we have characters like Miles Morales that they can do with the same build this really easy with like 3 or 4 minutes left. 3 or 4 minutes into the stage basically. And I let it until you see his disgusting damage also in the second phase. You can see here there's no way you can use this character and having any results. Here I missed the proc, I tried to play a bit better. I said, you know what, I'm going to do, wow, yes, this is a right proc. Half a bar? Yes, I was like that last night, but yeah. After I said, you know what, perhaps his tier 3 is going to do the big boy damage, but no. His tier 3 did like less than a bar, which is disgusting, yeah. But let's see if Mantis has any place on GBR and if your secret purpose was to be in GBR and destroying it. And as it seems the bar are going like this, it's really cool. It's really cool the damage he's doing. If you consider that I have a broken obelisk with no ruse, I give 0 love on these characters. You know that the previous weeks I was really busy with training and championship. I went for the Greek championship of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and I didn't have time to play with the characters, but I give myself, some time and test them. And for both characters, I don't feel like there is any reason to build them except the ABL thing I was telling you about Rocket Raccoon. Mantis here, as you can see, she can do it. I mean, in 1 minute, she's almost there. If you use a judgment, I guess this damage is going to multiply, So with the judgment, she's 100% able to clear Dormamu, as it seems. But with the proccing obelisk being able to do it 1 minute and 5 seconds, it's really fast. Don't get me wrong. I mean, so here I was waiting my awaken skill just to not miss my proc. But you can see the proc was super delayed. I get my skill cancelled somehow. And I did like 1.5 bars. Still, it's good. Way better than Rocket Raccoons at least. And here normal rotation is deleting 1 bar. And I was waiting after that for some clear awaken rotations to see how much bars he can delete in the second phase. But in my mind, you know, this is really impressive. If you're looking for a character that you don't need to invest a lot, she's doing it. I mean, Doctor Strange is also, as a tier 3 level 70, doing a lot of damage, but Doctor Strange is part of an epic quest. You need his, you know, you need a CDP of Raid to participate and stuff like that. But you can see Mantis here, she can delete really fast some bars there. And if you consider that in 2 minutes and 15 seconds I have done 7 bars in the second phase, that means that easy, you know, with 5 minutes left I could clear completely the stage. And yes, I'm not sure how impressive is this, but I feel like it is kind of. So in my mind, Mantis, Alliance Conquest character with this buff, reducing the damage taken, and also a character, an alternative character that you could use for ABX, for GBR, as you can see. 7 minutes into the clock, and 3 minutes into the stage, and this feels like you have a future, you know, you can do that. I have delayed 13 bars in 3 minutes, so yeah, in 6 minutes suppose you could do another 26 and delete this. So yeah, with 2 minutes or 3 minutes left, I'm not sure, but what I'm doing here, guys, what I'm doing here, I'm actually digging into the content to see any use of the characters Mantis and Rocket Raccoon, and I'm looking forward for the part 2 or the part 3 to see if they are going to give them some value and some opportunity and some reason to build these characters. If you are not the guy that already have tier 4 Starlord because you love him, don't build Rocket Raccoon, because you don't really need him. Starlord is really good, but he doesn't need Rocket Raccoon for something, only for ABL. So yes, that was it. Let me know down below in the comments what you did with these two characters. Did you build them? Are you using them? I'm not at all. I just did that for the video. So yeah, don't forget the smashing of the like button I was telling you before, and make sure that you're subscribed. Kisses in your faces. See you into the next.